Yo, yo, yo! You've had a few drops this week. You've had the new Tyler the Creator album, Don't Tap the Glass, which is fun. I think I preferred Chromacopia a bit, but you got the new Bone Flower album that I'll be listening to in the autumn. Sorry, lads. You've also got the Blary Eyed and Far Caspian albums. Albums you may enjoy more than I did, but I always knew that I would be talking about this one today. Alright, it's me. I'm back again. Just want to draw your attention to this new album by Indigo De Souza called Precipice. Now, if you've never heard Indigo De Souza before, she's a indie rock songwriter from North Carolina. Or at least she was. She's on a new label now and she's in LA working with new producers, trying to be a bit more pop. There was a hard pivot soft launch of this last year with her hyperpop EP Wholesome Evil Fantasy, which fans really weren't into. Now, I deeply loved Indigo De Souza's last indie rock album, aptly foreshadowed by its title, All of This Will End. It was one of my top 3 of 2023 with top songwriting, lovely vocals and interesting guitar and drum work. And that's the reason I'm here today. And as much as I would love another album like that, and even though it did have smog on it, she's been there and she's done that. It would be hard to top it. And now it's a different time in her life, I guess. So I was very curious about this because it's still her voice and there's still a guitar sometimes. And it's the most summery sounding out of the other albums today. So it's perfect for it to be the last album of July. Oh, Indigo, the water girl. After everything she's been through, losing her home in that Hurricane Helene flood in North Carolina last year, and possibly a relationship as well based on the lyrics, I can't blame her for wanting to make a more poppy, upbeat album, diving into uncharted waters, something to lift her spirits and reach more ears and help her get back to where she was before the flood. Something a bit more brighter and bigger and more radio friendly. What's on the menu today? What a child. We got 11 tracks for you, running at 31 minutes. Starting with track 1, Be My Love. It's a perfect intro, to be fair. The sort of thing you can see her... I don't know why I'm doing this wiggle. God. Starting with track 1, Be My Love. Perfect intro, to be fair. The sort of thing you can see her open her set with. There's a dark stage with sudden sparse glows of different light and sounds appearing in different corners, slowly building in a room of anticipation and excitement. Reminded me of moments of the Mooner album. Also has a little continuation from the last album with that playground sample. And then after that, we've got track 2, Crying Over Nothing. The second single we got that's grown on me quite a lot, actually. It's got a lot of falsetto climbs and nice sparkly synths. It's definitely a big pop swing from Indigo, and glad they were able to squeeze in a sprinkle of guitar in the second verse. And I guess this is just something these producers are bringing to the table. So this is probably the best representation of the new Indigo. It also has a cool music video you should check out as well. Track 3 is Crush. I like the oohs. That I've never heard Indigo's voice sound like that before. It's perfect for these coastal drives. It's light and airy. Maybe I wish it was a bit more two-steppy instead of straight, boring drums. I like that chugga-chugga noise that's going on throughout it, but I think the drums could be better. Track 4 is Not Afraid, with its lyrics, I want to shake you and wake you up. You should be loving and being loved. I'm not afraid of dying anymore. I'm not afraid of living anymore. I do really like this track. Kind of reminded me of Tegan and Sarah's recent album. Has some interesting, almost reverse sounds. Has some interesting, almost very sounds. Track 5 is Be Like the Water. The last single we got. Not going to do the joke that as tempting as it is, but this is a nice gentle track, sort of thing you'd hear playing in a morning coffee shop. Wish the album had more tracks like this, variety-wise. Again, made me think of the recent Tegan and Sarah. And then we've got track 6, Heartthrob, a classic. I love this song so much. It's the most guitar-y song on the album, and that's probably why I love it, to be honest. Guitars complement her voice more than synths do, I think. But granted, that could be because that's how I first heard her. Feels like it could have been on the last album. It's definitely one of my favourites of the year. Wish the album had more like this. Track 7 is Dinner. One thing this album has over the others that dropped today is clear vocals. And this feels just like an intimate track of Indigo singing to a piano with some nice swirling synth vocal samples in the background. It's very minimal but very nice. Again, I can see soft lights and a break in the middle of the concert. It's a beautiful track, to be fair. Track 8 is Clean It Up. I really like this song. It's got big slow drums and a nice delayed guitar lick and a really pretty light acoustic. Yes, I really love every song that's got a guitar in it. It's one of my favourite from today's listen, perfect for this time of year. And then we have track 9, Heartbreaker. Maybe this could have benefited from being a bit more Americana'd up or countryfied. I don't know what it is I don't like about it. It could be the boring drums. I don't know, like I couldn't decide whether it wanted to be Adele or Sheryl Crow. I kept craving for Indigo to climb keys vocally, but she kind of flatlined along with the drums. It's quite the heartbreaker. Track 10 is Pass It By. It's quite a nice track, but again, I can't help but feel like these basic drums are holding it back. As nice as that chorus is and that verse vocal melody, maybe it should have been more 80s sounding. And what's with that random tom roll in the background? And lastly, we have the title track, track 11, Precipice. The show is ending and the curtain is slowly closing. Summing up this current moment of transition in her life, it's a sweet little outro. Also, forgot to mention, really love this half underwater artwork, by the way. It's stunning. And that's it. Do I wish this whole album sounded like Heartthrob? Sure. Is it hard to beat the last album? Maybe. But for what I believe is her first foray into a kind of pop album, and you don't know until you try, she should feel pretty pleased with some of the results here. And that's why it's my album of the week. You know when Charlie XCX did her Crash album? It feels a bit like that. She took a break from working with A.G. Cook to make a straight-up Los Angeles pop album, even though one of the best singles had A.G. Cook on it, and this album has Heartthrob. I feel like that's what Indigo's doing here. She's taken a break from working with Alex Farrar down North Carolina, and she will either stay with her new life in LA doing this, or maybe she will go back to making another amazing rock album in North Carolina. But even if she doesn't, or whatever she does, I'll be sure to be checking it out. And that's it. Short, quick one today. Hope you check it out. And I've just got the end of the month video to do for Thursday, unless any cheeky singles turn up. It's been quite a kind of quiet month music wise, and which is nice considering it's so unearthly hot outside. So yeah, feeling a bit better, and I'll check you in the next one, which will be the one I just mentioned, won't it? Peace.